True. Is that a big thing in Africa?
Should have worn that gold dress she walked in on.
Yeah, true. And then Savannah sang to Justin Bieber.
Oh,
It was awful. And
It was
everyone was
hideous.
clapping. It went on for so long. It's like, okay, we get the idea.
why did they let us hear all of that? And then later on, played that song again for someone to strip.
I know. Stop that.
Disgusting.
Because they'd obviously paid for that song, so they wanted to milk it.
No, but you know why she did Justin Bieber, don't you?
No.
That's her backstory. She's like got a connection with Justin Bieber.
Really?
Yeah. It's tragic, isn't it?
You know what Justin Bieber likes doing?
Drugs?
Well, I'm not saying
Bringing
that.
monkeys into the... Didn't he bring an animal into some
Yeah.
country illegally? Was it a monkey?
Yeah. He also likes egging people's houses, so...
You get on well with Chanel.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you know that?
Because I remember he got arrested for it.
When he was famous?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I know. He's just a little rascal, isn't he? So then, what was next? The most outrageous. Kieran was wearing a dress,
And had a lot of lipstick on.
and Chanel was dressed as a cat, I think. And she just kept going meow, meow. I like it and meow, meow. No, I don't. It's horrible. Do you remember when it was legal?
When it was legal?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you could buy it online.
You can buy a lot of things online, I've heard.
Yeah, but those are illegal. This was something you could buy online. And it
What
was
is it?
legal. It's like
Something
kind of
you-
like speedy, but it's
A powder?
disgusting. Yeah, a powder you snort. It was fucking gross, and then they banned it.
Does it make you go
rightly
meow?
so. It makes you like, oh, it's just horrible. It's just filth. Anyway.
She was also holding one of those like faces off of the wall in the spa
Was she?
in one hand, and she had like a sort of something you'd see out of like a 60s porno,
Okay.
like dressing gown that was clear and had like Santa Claus arms, like furry arms.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't sure if she took it off a mannequin or if it's
Oh,
one of her
okay.
actual genuine items of clothing.
I don't remember seeing that. So who won out of those two? I don't know.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Um.
Next was Joe versus Deborah for the most honest. What did they... Did they dish a few home truths out?
I didn't write that one down.
That was boring. Oh, fucking hell. No, this is the only one that really mattered, let's be honest. It was Isabel versus Lowton for the most sexy.
Isabel's was good, I thought.
It was such a mess.
It was
so
but
funny.
it was meant to be.
I don't know.
And then
I suppose, if you think about it, like, if you've just been tasked with being the most sexy, you'd
Yeah.
better do it in an
Yeah.
outrageous,
Yeah.
stupid kind of way. Because if you
Yeah.
take yourself seriously and try to genuinely be sexy,
Yeah.
that's embarrassing.
And then I tried to say on Twitter that I preferred Isabel's
But you
one.
said I
But
ordered.
for some reason I wrote, I ordered Isabel to do this.
And people started
And
liking
then
it
I
and
got
retweeting it.
retweets. I was like, people just retweet any old shit. I don't
No,
even
it's
make
because
sense.
you said I ordered
Yeah.
Isabel's sexy scarecrow dance, and I think people just thought the scarecrow thing was
Yeah.
like resonating with them. She does look like the scarecrow though,
She did
off
look-
of Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, she looked weird.
When those wedges were like hanging off her feet, that was funny.
She did look a bit, a
Yeah.
bit worn down. But Lowton was worse. The way he exploited Ellie for that thing.
He should not ever have used Ellie anywhere near that
Put
task.
Ellie's hand down his pants, got her to rub some. He was rubbing his crotch in her face, wasn't he?
He was like dry humping her face,
Yeah,
basically. That was
disgusting.
That was just. I think that went too far.
It did. It was, yeah. And then when she was all obviously pleased with it because she's a fucking
She
idiot.
said what did she say? Something like she needs a wheelchair.
Yeah.
She wishes.
What's that mean? And then Lowton got called to the diary room, and
Big Brother gave him a bollocking.
Yeah, that Big Brother sounded cross, didn't they?
I like that. It was that female
Yeah.
stern Big Brother.
Yeah.
She's been on the show for quite a while, that woman, isn't she? She's good.
And then
She went,
Lowton.
you should be aware. She said, you
Go
should
on.
be aware of your physical size, especially compared to a woman.
I like that. And then Lowton's like, oh, what did Lowton actually say? Did you write down anything? I just got the general sort of gist.
No,
of it.
I've got all. He said if that's the way it's been perceived, I want
Yeah, I'm
out.
gonna go. If that's the way it's being perceived, yeah, yeah, nothing to do with your actual personality.
What else did he say? You got anything else?
No, just that he was very rude to her. And then they
Oh.
cut back to the bedroom. This was
Oh,
a
yeah.
peculiar conversation.
Raph and Chanel
Well,
were
under the cupboard.
bed sheets. Do you think that Raph is like playing the Kevin Martin card of like sexuality bending for like airtime?
Well, Chanel was showing Raph where her clit is.
Yeah, but he was apparently fondling her fanny flaps.
And she said it's like a sushi counter, And Raph said, I'm turned off sushi for life. And he's part Japanese. So that's not very convenient. Do you think she was really showing him that, or they're just messing about?
They said, though, he used the term, we were just fondling around.
Okie doke.
Well, I mean, he might be curious. And
Yeah.
if Chanel's willing to show him.
Perhaps he wants to see women's bits because he's not seen them before.
Well, the symmetry is amazing.
Yeah, apparently.
So,
yeah. I mean, I could understand the curiosity if you
perhaps
haven't seen him.
But he might just be a big fan of Simpsons.
Did we mention that earlier?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
On the really slow bit when we were struggling.
That felt a long time ago.
Well, imagine how it felt for them.
When we post this, we'll just say skip the first half. So then, what else? Oh,
Leighton went to sort of like call a crisis talk with the boys to warn them that he might leave.
Yeah, because it could be detrimental to his career to stay in the house.
What about a video of yourself jerking off online? Is that not detrimental to your career?
What is Leighton's career? Oh yes, being a stripper. I forgot. So then, but obviously he didn't go anyway. Fucking knob. Then Big Brother gave them Spin the Bottle to play, which was on a stand. You don't really need that stand, do you, for Spin the Bottle? You just need a bottle.
I remember the days when they probably did it with an old like White Lightning bottle, like a cider bottle.
Just ask Kinga.
Kinga wouldn't have had any joy out of that bottle strapped onto that stand.
No.
Before that, I
yeah.
just want to say that Raph did a little like cheers to the BB18 family.
I forgot about
what
that,
I appreciated out of that was Raph, we know, is a super fan, and he knows it's Big Brother Series 18. You hear people often going like BB17 because they're talking about the year.
Oh.
Like, I've heard that in the past. Like, they're like,
Okay.
oh, it's BB15.
Oh,
but actually, it was BB16.
I don't know the years.
You know, whatever.
It's like Roman numerals to me. I don't understand.
Basically, the number of series is always one ahead of the year.
Okay,
because it started in the year
got you.
2000.
It's like the 20th century and the 21st century. I get confused with that as well.
What are we in now?
21st, I think. Yeah, 21st. It's like a Big Brother conversation. Fake Jake. So then, I love the way
Out of Truth or Dare, yeah.
Chanel always just comes out with the big guns, doesn't she? She just asks the most blunt question. She said to Kieran, who's best in bed, Rebecca or Isabel? He's like, oh, that's very disrespectful. Oh yeah, Kieran.
I'm not going to answer.
He hates to disrespect women, like call them a cunt and things like that.
Who did he call a cunt?
Chanel, when she knocked his hat off.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. And if you were a bloke, I'd have.
Yeah, I'd hit you basically. And then, oh god, how did this Leighton thing even start?
Chanel said, nobody's talking about your ex-girlfriend. And then Isabel sniggered. But I thought everyone sniggered. It felt like the whole room sniggered.
And then Leighton said, I've been advised to walk away from dickheads.
Yeah, I don't think that's what Big Brother said to you.
If so, you need to like get
away from Tom.
Extracted from your body somehow.
Yeah.
Have a lobotomy. Tom. Tom is such an add-on. He's so pointless. And then Isabel said about Leighton, he's a drama queen. And Leighton called her a fucking tramp.
Oh, yeah.
That's bad. That must have been behind her back. And then in the diary room, Isabel said Leighton is a horrible person. Correct. She's the only one who can see through him. And then Leighton in the diary room said, people will see her for what she is. She has no place talking about my ex-girlfriend. Oh, his ex-girlfriend. His ex-girlfriend must be fucking Mother Teresa. And then he started crying.
Yeah, he said he was so frustrated he wants to cry.
No, he was just drunk, I think.
He was so drunk.
I know.
How much had he had?
I don't know.
I think he's a complete lightweight because this is not the first time we've seen Leighton in a state.
And then he said, if I was in the outside, I would have gone off.
That's threatening behaviour.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Was this when he started talking in a very husky sort of a voice?
When he came out afterwards.
Yeah. I'm just going to talk in this voice so I'm not intimidating you. It was really weird. What was going on there?
Don't know. Is this what he said? Is this Leighton quote saying 2 mistakes in 3 seconds?
Oh, yeah.
What is that again?
I don't know. It was something about Isabel.
Talking about his ex and something else.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure what it was.
So then Savannah started on Isabel. and she said something about
it being a low blow.
Well,
she made a low
Isabel
blow.
should apologise. Everyone's saying Isabel should apologise, and Isabel's like, I'm not apologising. What should I apologise for?
For laughing at something Chanel said.
That was laughing at something that was funny. And then Savannah said, "Oh, well, I'm just going to leave the room then. All right, see you later. Bye."
No, but that wasn't the end of it because she went out.
And grassed basically.
Yeah, to who? To Lowton.
Ellie, Lowton, and Tom. So I think it was Ellie went in. She's like, Ellie's trying to like at the biggin, like have a go at Isabel for
Tom
saying,
was behind in a jacket and sunglasses, like a fucking security guard at a club,
like Tom Cruise in fucking Top Gun. Small as well.
But it was Ellie that started doing the talking, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then Chanel got up and she's like, no. She said, I'm not having 5 against 1.
When Chanel rises from her bed, you know you're in trouble.
I love Chanel like that though. I'm not having 5 against 1. It's good.
Yeah, she said, I'm not having it. I appreciate that as well.
Yeah, it's good. I want Chanel on my side in a row.
And
then Lowton said, pride comes before a fall.
Is he talking about himself?
That should be Lowton's tattoo.
Is he talking about Isabel?
Yeah.
That's so hilarious.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so ironic.
Yeah, it is. Lowton is king of irony. He's like Projectionville. And then Chanel went in to talk to Ellie and she said, you're just showing off because Lowton's there.
Which is true.
Which I like.
This is the thing, like, sometimes, this is like when, last time when Chanel had a word with Ellie about the Lowton thing, she kind of tries to, like, mentor her a little bit because she doesn't want to see her go that way.
But
I quite like that.
But Ellie doesn't hear it.
Nah, she's fucking too dumb.
So this is when Lowton sat on, like, Isabel's bed and talking in his low voice, and he was like, look, you know, I'm not going to be here much longer.
Oh, yeah.
And all this, and he's like, but I don't want the others to blame you when I go. And
he said, I'll be gone.
Yeah.
And you'll still be stuck here with them. As if he was trying to do her a favour.
Yeah, and then Isabel went, well, if you feel that bad, you need to go. I love it. And then Lowton went back in the other room. He's like, oh, I'm going now because of Isabel. Like, basically just totally turned.
Is this when he went, it's time for some air TV time?
Yeah.
Did you say that?
Something like
Marches
that.
up to the exit door and tries to smash the fucking fire escape. Misses it.
Yeah. And they're like, Lowton!
Ellie was like, fucking hell. It's like someone had just died. And then Tom was screaming through that door, Lout!
Who was more embarrassing, Ellie or Tom?
Well, it depends on like the timeline because
Mm.
initially Ellie with the weeping, but then Tom with the fucking straddling him. That was just terrible.
And the way they cuddled each other.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He straddled him. Literally was hanging off of him.
That was really weird. So then Lowton...
That security guard kept popping his head back out.
And then like 2 seconds later, Lowton's in the diary room.
I said it was like Salvador Dali painting where you like go up the stairs and come out the other side. Like, why had he ended up back in the diary room?
Just kick
Once you pop the emergency exit, you are gone.
Once you pop,
you just can't stop.
You can stop.
No, you can't stop until you reach the Bournemwood Travel Lodge.
Bournemwood bus stop. And then when he come back in, wouldn't you be a bit sheepish? Like, I just went out the fire door, and then
he was too drunk for it.
Yeah, and then everyone just crowds around him like he's fucking Jesus.
Like, Lowton, we've returned. Tom was like jizzing in his pants.
There's something actually quite creepy about that Tom and Lowton situation.
It reminded me of when I see the dog that I used to live with. Like, he's all over, like jumping up at me, like licking my face and that.
Licking your balls.
It's like that. I don't get that with dogs. Like, they want to be all in your face, but they don't really know why or what to do with it. That's what Tom was like on Lowton.
Dogs are stupid, and so is Tom. But I will say, I've got a little bit of feedback here, which we'll come to.
Yeah.
But I will say, I do think this week was better than last week. Once the VIPs left, I know it's still awful, but I'm just trying to look on the bright side.
Yeah, I'm finding this series really hard to enjoy. There's just so many things wrong with it, but I can't give up on it. It's like I'm a glutton for punishment.
I know.
And so many people are saying so much stuff about what needs to be improved, and it just doesn't get listen to, does it?
Doesn't.
It's like going out the fire door and back into the diary room.
Yeah, it is actually. We know better than Leighton. I was talking very briefly on Twitter to Scott Hudson, who does Big Brother Gossip Show, and he said he was going to stop watching it, and then he was commenting on something, and I said, I thought you were going to stop watching it. I said, why are you still watching it? And he went, habit. It's just like, habit.